amigos, welcome to this video. In this video, I will be showing you how to find affordable rental here in Merida, Mexico. The same tip, the same tutorial can be used for any city that you plan to move to or that you are currently living in here in Mexico. The first website I will be doing a tutorial on is called 𝒊𝒂𝒄𝒕𝒊𝒐𝒏 or 𝒊𝒂𝒄𝒕𝒊𝒂𝒂. It's a really popular website here in Mexico and it's used all over the country. You can use this website to buy, to rent, and what have you. Now, this website, it's all in English. And I tried scrolling down to see if you can change the language here to English, which I can't find that option. And let me share this tip with you. You need to download the Google Chrome extension. My whole desktop is all in Spanish. So what I did was, it's part of my Google Chrome setup. If you are using any other web browser, they should probably have this option as well. It's called Translate. It says Traducir. And then now it's showing up on my web browser right here. And what I will do now is I will just click on that and then choose Inglés, which means English. And now everything will be translated into English. All right, let's go. Now, as you can see here, it says buy. You can buy in all these states. There are 32 states in Mexico, so these are just the popular ones. Mexico City, it's an independent city. Estado de Mexico, Querétaro, Nuevo León, New Lion. It looks weird in English. Jalisco, Quintana Roo, Yucatan, which is where I'm in right now. Merida, Yucatan, Morelos, Puebla, Veracruz, Guanajuato. And what kind of property are you looking to buy? A home, department, or just a land? How many bedrooms? What do you want? How many bathrooms? Do you want a pool? Do you want a garden? Do you want a parking spot? Options are there. And here we have rentals. Again, in all these states, what kind of property are you looking for? Department, it means apartment. Office, home. Number of bedrooms, what are you looking for? And then they have a few blog posts. Or you can just use what we have right here. This website, they also have the apps, right? They have the apps, I believe, and then you can also search on your cell phone. So you can download for Google Play or on your iPhone. Or you can also browse on your cell phone. But we're going to be doing this tutorial on our desktop right here. Now we have rent. It says department. In Spanish, it's departamento, or in English, apartment. So here we're going to choose departamento, which means apartment, or if you're looking for a house condominium. Casa and condominium, it's like townhouses. Oficina, office, a commercial, that's for like if you're looking to rent a store or a warehouse, a lot, or all those. But we are only concerned about departments, homes, or like townhomes. It depends on what you're looking for. As a single person, or maybe if you're moving down here as a couple, then you might want to click on department, and then you're going to enter the location. Here I'll just choose Merida, Yucatan, and here it's divided into different sections. I had a video that I recorded on Google Maps, and I just showed you the neighborhoods in Merida. I mostly focused on neighborhoods in the north, and these ones will, you're going to see how much these properties cost in different parts of Merida. For you, if you've never been to Merida, you're just doing some research to see how much things cost, how much rent is, then you probably would have no idea about all these places. Temoson Norte, Merida Center, that's downtown Merida, Zitia, it's in the northwest of Merida, Chulu, northeast of Merida, Concal, northeast of Merida, Montebello, northeast, 𝒊𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 about in the West. But let me just choose Merida, Yucatan, right? Because you don't actually know all these neighborhoods. Features such as pools, I mean, those ones can come afterwards, but I just do a general research. And here you have to make sure it's on rent and not buy. And then I'll just click on buscar, look for in English. And here we have all the different options right here. 15,000, 45,000, 16,500, 13,800, 31,000 pesos. And you're probably wondering, okay, how much is that in US dollars? So how much is that in my local currency? You can just come on here on Google and just do the currency exchange. Now, so $1 right now, as of May 20th is 16 pesos and 55 cents. Meaning this tutorial is focusing on rent under $1,000, meaning that I will probably be looking at houses around 16,500 pesos, or let's just say 16,000 pesos or less. Now, what I'm going to do here is that I will put on mass filters. Again, what you can do is you can just go back to your Google extensions, click on English again so that everything translates. Or you can just try to figure things out because a lot of the words in Spanish and English are quite similar. Here it says Department North of Merida. Now, let me quickly take a break here and just explain a few things. So let me extend myself and just put myself here. Here's the thing about Merida. In 𝒊𝒂𝒊𝒐𝒏 I've never actually used them. I used Facebook Marketplace and I use it quite often. Sometimes real estate agents will post random properties for rent. And that property, it's not their property. They don't have access to it. And it's probably not even for rent. But they put that on multiple platforms to build their list, to get people calling their cell phones. So what might happen is that sometimes you might spend 20 minutes looking at a listing and you get so excited about it. And then you call the realtor and then he or she will tell you, mostly he will tell you, hey, that property has been rented. Can you just give me your phone number and then I'll look for another property in that area or within your budget? Sometimes what might happen after that is that they will now only look for properties around that budget or higher. For example, if I tell them my budget is between 15,000 to 16,000 pesos, many agents are very good, very honest. Some agents will start to look for apartments between 16,000 to like 25,000 pesos. And you're thinking, wait, I told you my budget is 15 to 16,000. Why are you wasting my time here? Well, these agents, as we know, they get paid by commission, and so the higher they can rent a property out for, the more money they can make. So for them, it's like, let me try to find you something that's outside of your budget. Some agents only work within a particular budget, 20,000 pesos and above. They're not going to work with you if it's less than that. Some agents are still new, still starting with their businesses, and they work with all ranges. It all depends, right? It all depends. So when you're looking to rent, do not spend too much time, or I'll say do not get excited over a property, because by the time you call them or you've gone back and forth with them, that property might not be available. That property might just be posted there randomly because the agent is trying to get people calling their phones. Now, with these websites like 𝒊𝒂𝒊𝒂𝒊𝒂, it's not as easy, I believe, to list on there. So agents are usually more reliable. And these agents are, it says super featured, meaning that they probably paid some ads, right, to get their listings featured and boosted. Meaning these guys are super serious. On Facebook Marketplace, sometimes you would have agents post a property and then it says $0 or it says $1 or it says 1 million. It's just random numbers because again, those agents are just getting people to call them, like they're trying to build their list. But sites like this, it's way worth your time. And the picture qualities are also much better than Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace, sometimes they'll just post pictures of a dirty and disorganized room, or sometimes they take pictures of a toilet. I'm like, am I gonna live inside a toilet bowl? What's going on? But as you can see, all these images are top notch. But then obviously it has to be, because look at the rent prices they are charging here. Here in Merida, Yucatan, the minimum wage, it's about 6,000 pesos a month. So this is obviously like luxury, right? It's like top of the top. Now, let me minimize myself a little bit so that I can continue with this. All right. So here's what you're going to do. Now you're looking at properties. It's showing us almost 1,000 apartments for rent here in Merida. Now, these are just apartments, not even houses yet. what you're going to do now is, let's say you're looking for just one bedroom, or you're looking for two bedrooms, three bedrooms. Let me just put in two bedrooms, right? Minimum two bedrooms. Okay, let me see. So let's say two bedrooms to three bedrooms. Okay, so from two to three bedrooms. And we're gonna put our price here. Okay, so it's in US dollars as well. But let's just put in local currency. 10,000 pesos to 16,500 pesos. So that's about 600 to about $1,000. And here we're going to click on see result. As you can see, it has filtered it down from over 400 listings to just 200 plus listings. And now we're going to put in more filters. Are you looking for a parking lot? Some apartments might not have a parking lot. Are you looking for a particular square meter? Are you looking to rent directly from the owners of the property, or are you looking to work with a real estate agent? In this case, I would say both. If you are still doing some research, you're not sure about, okay, what are you looking for? I'll say real estate or direct. From my experience, it doesn't matter anyway. And if it's real estate, usually they will show you multiple properties. What are you looking for? So you choose everything. If you're looking for furnished or unfurnished, swimming pools, visitors parking. But anyway, we're just doing research right now. Let me click on this first one. It says 15,900 pesos. And it's an apartment, remember. This apartment looks furnished. Let me just check to make sure it's furnished. All right, so here, let me just translate this so that you can all follow along here. Okay. Now it's showing that unfurnished, it's about 16,500 pesos, which is less than $1,000 or about $1,000. Furnished, it's about 18,900 pesos, which is 1,200 pesos. I don't know. Let's see. Let's go check. 18,900 pesos. Let's go see how much that will be. All right, so about 1,140 pesos. So about 150 pesos more, which I will definitely recommend. And here it looks like it's on promotion. It says March promotion, so meaning this property has probably been on. It's been published for quite a while now, because now we're in May, so it's been 2 months already. Meaning that these guys, they're probably open for negotiation, which is really good. This property has two bedrooms, two bathrooms. It has a dining room, living room. Unfurnished, 16,500 pesos. Furnished, 18,900 pesos, which is about 2,400 pesos more. And what you can do is, if you're just going to be renting for a year, then I'll say get furnished. Get furnished, because by the time you've multiplied 2,400 pesos times 12, so that's about 30,000 pesos more also. Well, yeah, around that. If you're going to be furnishing your property for just a year, it gets expensive, because here in Mexico, unfurnished means an empty home. And I will show you some pictures of what they look like. Meaning you have to buy everything: the fridge, the stove, the washing machine, of course, your furnitures, kitchen utensils, oven, blender, everything. So, and by the time you add everything up, because furnitures and many things are very expensive here in Mexico, because they have to be imported in. And this property, it's in Temoso Norte. Temoso Norte, it's outside of the periferico, and it's close to a mall called La Isla. And it's definitely in the north of Merida, like north of Merida. For a property like this, Ubers will get very expensive. Going anywhere in Merida doesn't matter, because as you can see, this is where the property is, and it's probably in a privada, meaning it's in a gated community. And as you can see, there's nothing, right? There's nothing here. So to go anywhere, shopping malls, groceries, dinners with friends, of course, Centro, Ubers can add up. Not only that, getting a Uber from this area might be a little bit challenging from this area, but let's come back to the pictures. We can see here everything looks nice and beautiful, good quality furnitures, because sometimes some properties will come furnished, but the furnitures are just, no, it's not it at all. My apartment came furnished. Within a year, I eventually replaced everything slowly, and I bought my own, because the bed that came with my apartment gave me back problems, and I had to just get a better quality one and just buy my own. My sofa, it was so small, so tiny, and it was covered in cat hair, right? I had two sofas. I just had to get rid of them, because those sofas were killing me slowly. So we can see this picture is very beautiful, beautiful, modern looking. They have the swimming pool and a kitchen space right here, right? So yeah, it's less than 1,000. It's less than $1,000. All right, let's go back and let's see. So we've seen the property, 15,900 pesos, Temoso Norte, Temoso Norte. Let's go somewhere else. Here, this is Montebello. Perfect. So Montebello, it's inside the periferical because Temoso Norte, as we can see, it's outside the periferical, meaning that transportation will be a little bit challenging. But Montebello, not so much. And I really love Montebello. A lot of the homes are just beautiful homes. And this is where, the creme de la creme, this is where they live. So if you're thinking about safety and living with the wealthy Yucatecos, this is the neighborhood for you. Let me translate this back into English. Inglés. Siempre traducir español. Let me just click that so we don't have to keep doing this all the time. All right, ground floor apartment for rent is located in a privada called Zen Apartment, and we can just go look that up on Google Maps to see what that privada, what it looks like. And it's near shopping malls, schools, and so on and so forth. This apartment comes with 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It has air conditioning. It comes with a stove and blackout curtains, available from March. Interesting. And then yeah, so usually for privadas, you have to pay like a condo fee, right? So the condo fee goes to, it goes towards the garbage, the grass, the garden area, the swimming pool, the gym, the public spaces. Okay, it says this apartment is not furnished. It's only equipped with all these things, which is still good, right? Because stoves and all these things can add up. And a lot of times in Merida, you have to pay them 4 months rent, 4 months rent upfront. So here it says first month rent, 1 month rent of deposit, which is like equivalent of your rent. And then you have to pay for the notary. Usually they charge you 1 month rent. But because this apartment it's very expensive, then usually there's a fee for that, and it should be less than that 15,900 pesos. And then then you need somebody who owns a home here in Merida to be a guarantor. If not, if you're still new to the city, you don't know anybody, then they're gonna charge you an additional rent. And so this is why here it says that double deposit, right? Meaning that here you're gonna give them 1 month rent and 2 month rent of deposit, and then you have to pay for the contract. And yeah, let's go back to the pictures. Let's see what the pictures looks like. So this is the privada, and they have lots of trees for your cars, so that your cars will not get too hot. And the picture quality here, it's not as great as the other one. But one thing is that sometimes you have to go in person to check stuff. So this place doesn't look as fancy as the other one that we just saw, but it's less, and it's actually a bit cheaper because this apartment it's not even furnished, right? And it's only 1,000 pesos or so cheaper than the other one. Let's go back. Let's go find another property in a different neighborhood. Here we have Real Montejo. Real Montejo, I think that's outside. Yeah, I think that's outside of the periferical. Yeah, it's outside of the peripheral and it's on the west. Yeah, it's on the west here on this side. All right, so let's just click on it. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, it looks basic. One thing that pisses me off, yeah, it actually pisses me off, is when they build furnitures that cannot be moved. It pisses me off so much. Like, why did you waste so much space here by just building a concrete bed or a concrete frame for your mattress? Just annoying, because sometimes I like to put my shoes under the bed, or I use that space for storage. But now that's impossible because it's all concrete and I can't even move the room around. Sometimes every year, I just change the structure of my house, of my room mostly. Like, I move the bed around, like, okay, let's move it here, let's move it there. In this case, no. But anyway, this isn't for me, it's for you guys. So who cares what I think? So this place, Ria Montejo, it's in the north, but it's not in the privileged north. It's in the west. The fancy north, it's in the east, like Temosen Norte, Montebello, and that area. And so that's why this apartment it's way cheaper than the other one. Okay, so I guess it comes with a mattress, but let's see what it says here. It says an apartment with two bedrooms, and each of the bedroom comes with a complete bathroom. It comes with a closet, fan, and air conditioner. And here, yeah, so you have the kitchen with the stove topping. You have electric stove, AC. You have the boiler, and here it says, yeah. So without furnitures, it's 11,000 pesos. With furnitures, it's 12,500 pesos, and it's available immediately. And it's 1 month rent. The first month rent, 1 month deposit. You need a guarantor called aval or a double deposit, and then the contract costs about 6,500 pesos. So, which is what I said earlier, that if your rent is so expensive is over 7,000, 8,000 pesos. Usually, the contract is usually less than that. It's less than your rent. In my case, my contract was the same price as my rent. A lot of the places that I went to go see a year later, they were charging the same price as the rent. Even if my rent cost 10,000 pesos, 12,000 pesos, those guys were quite unreasonable. But in this case, the contract here, it's about half of the price of the rent. And there's no way you can go around that. And one other thing I want to mention when it comes to rent in Merida is that every year you have to sign a new contract and you pay for that contract. So one thing that I heard is that if you know you're gonna stay in a place for 2 years or 3 years, well, I would say stay there for at least 1 year, and then afterwards, if you like it, then I'll say okay, maybe now sign a 2 year contract and then pay for the contract. Because if you're gonna be signing a 1 year contract or 10 years contract, it's the same price. It's the same, for example, in this case, 6,500 pesos to sign a 1 year contract versus signing a 10 year contract. Obviously, you're not gonna sign a 10 year contract because who knows if you're even gonna live in the property for 10 months, let alone 10 years. But I'm just giving you an example based on my experience. Here we're back in Temoso Norte. Temoso Norte has a lot of privadas, a lot of expensive homes and apartments. And here rent is only 14,000 pesos, but remember I mentioned a condo fee. In this case, the condo fee isn't included in the rent. It's separate. Meaning at the end of the day, this place costs 15,250 pesos to rent. I guess they put 14,000 there so that it looks cheaper. It looks cheaper because you're thinking, whoa, 14,000 pesos. But the size, it's very big because here it's 133 square meters. Here it's 80 square meters. So that's another thing to look at, the space of it. Before even going to see them in person, because then you don't want to waste your time. Let's come down here to San Rita Cholul, right? San Rita Cholul, it's inside the periferical, meaning it's not too far from Centro, and it shouldn't be a problem for you to find Ubers. Okay, let's see. It looks like this is a little bit outside. Okay, so it's, yeah, because Cholul has two parts. There's a Cholul outside of Merida, and there's another Cholul here, and there's another Cholul here. But yeah, but it's still very close to the peripheral, meaning it shouldn't be difficult to find. And Uber should be affordable. I love the fact that this apartment has a color. It's not just white slab like the previous one that we just saw right now. Large terraces. Wow, this looks big. This looks massive. Closet space. There's a fan and air conditioner in each room, and they have the bathrooms. So it depends on what you're looking for. It depends on what you're looking for. And here it's only 13,000 pesos. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. There's a parking spot. There's a parking spot, which is great. Yeah. So this place, it's in a provider called Toscana, and you can go look that up on Google Maps to see, okay, what does it look like on the outside? And yeah, it tells you what's included here. So you pay 6,500 pesos for the contract, and usually the requirement is the same, and they need minimum 12 month commitment. Let's go look at one last one for apartment, and then we're gonna go look for houses, because if you're gonna be moving here with your family, then you probably need more space. Okay, Siglo XXI, Tribunal de Hidalgo, Vista Alegre. That's still expensive for that area. Montes de Jaime. Let me look for a neighborhood we haven't touched yet. So this is it, right? And you can set things up based on how many based on the square meters based on the rent and based on how many bedrooms and bathrooms do you need. Okay, let's choose this one, only 10,000 pesos. And then it costs 500 pesos for maintenance. So that's 10,500 pesos altogether. And this is in Vista Alegre. So Vista Alegre, I believe it's close to Atabrisa. Let's see. Yeah, so this is Atabrisa. There's a shopping mall right here. And Vista Alegre, it's here. So walking, it's about maybe 15 minutes walking distance to the mall right here, and it's very close to the peripheral. So if you have to get around or you have to go to the mall, you have to go to like La Isla, which is right here. You're very close. They have three malls just in this section alone, so that's a really good place, and it's inside the peripheral, not too far from Centro, which is right here. So pretty good. I mean, it looks basic and white. Just oh wow, this is the living room. Okay, it looks dark because the person who took this picture should have raised those blinds so that everything looks brighter. But yeah, this is it, right? This is it. Everything looks good in my opinion, and it's only 10,500 pesos, and it comes furnished. And my one tip is, if it's gonna be your first rental in Merida, then I would say just choose something affordable first to start with, right? So you guys can just see what things look like in different rental bracket, right? Here and here they have rent here for 9,000 pesos, and it's in I don't know one neighborhood 6 minutes. Okay, oh, it's in Chubuna. Okay, fraccionamiento Bugambilas. And one other thing I want to mention is that sometimes the realtors will post the wrong location for the property. I think this happens mostly on Facebook Marketplace. I think these websites are more accurate when it comes to the exact location. So they might tell you, hey, a property is in Centro, but really it's in the south. Right? So just that small attention to detail. All right. So it says Tribuna, but really it's like really close to Francisco de Montejo, which is very nice. And so this is also in the north, right? So this road takes you to the beach, which is great. And getting Uber or even taking a bus from this area is perfect because it's not too far from Avenida Tecnológico. This road, they have buses going down this road every few minutes. So going down to Centro or even coming from Centro with the bus, it's not going to be a problem because you can take pretty much any bus and then you get off somewhere here and then walk home rather than taking the specific bus that goes through your neighborhood. You might have to wait a long time, but just walk to the main road, like the major road right here, and within 25 minutes, you're in Centro, right? Depending on the time of day by bus. So that's one thing to also put into consideration. And let's see what these guys are saying right here. So it's a fully furnished apartment. It has a parking space, two bedrooms, two full bathrooms, and it's the same as well. So here they're actually asking you for 4 months rent, right? Deposit payment, month of rent, and then month for contract. So it's exactly 9,000 pesos they're gonna charge you for contract. The other guys, whereby they charge you 12,000 pesos for rent, but for the contract, they're charging you 6,500 pesos. Sometimes they might be a little bit more flexible, sometimes no. So you have to pay them the entire 9,000 pesos for the contract. So again, it's something to take into consideration. And it's showing brand new here. So meaning this apartment was probably built recently and it has all the furnitures. They don't look great. They don't look comfortable as well. But if you're only going to be staying there for a year, then you can just, test things out and then maybe slowly replace the furnitures by buying furnitures from people who are moving away from Merida. We've just gone over apartments. Now let's go look for houses. Right? Let's go look for houses. And let's search. Again, it's the same filter. From 10,000 pesos to 16,500 pesos. If you have a bigger budget, go ahead and just set your own budget. But here, the tutorial is focusing on rent less than $1,000 US. And I just set things between 10,000 to 16,000. If your budget is between 8,000 to 10,000 pesos, do that. Your budget is between 4,000 to 6,000 pesos, do that. Even though I don't think they have less than 10,000 pesos on this. Oh, okay, it says 5,000 pesos. Okay, so I guess the least absolute minimum is 5,000 pesos. Even though you can probably get, you can rent like a casita, a small house for less than 5,000 pesos. The neighborhood and the quality of the house, what it looks like, might not be what you're looking for, but there are options out there. So here we have houses. We have houses. Square meters, number of bathrooms, so on and so forth. Here we have a property that's 300 square meters. It's in Ria Montejo, so it's in the northwest, and it's even showing here price dropped. Let's go see it's in the north. Let's go see what it looks like. 15,000 pesos. That's a little bit under $1,000, and yeah, this looks like a new build. It looks like a new, and this area, Ria Montejo, a lot of houses that are new. This is a massive house, massive. And with homes like this, it's very easy to just stay for several years, especially if you are going to be moving in with the family. And also, these properties, you have to furnish them a lot, like paintings on the wall, everything, furnitures. So by the time you've bought everything, you're like, listen, I'm staying put. Um, so that's one downside about furnishing a home versus furnishing an apartment. It looks like it's 2 stories. Look at this bedroom, big, massive. This is the bathroom area, and the toilet comes with the toilet seat. A lot of the homes in Merida, the toilet just come open. And you have your garden space. You can just buy a barbecue, or and then have like your vegetables garden here, some plants, put them here. Awesome. Let's see what these guys are saying. All right. So one bathroom with AC, with the bathroom, half bathroom downstairs, probably the living room with high ceiling, the dining room, the kitchen has, what do you call it? It has closet spaces or kitchen cabinets. You have the terrace, you have the gas. And then here, yeah, so they're asking you for rent. And then for the contract here, these guys are only asking for 6,000 pesos. They're not asking for the whole 15,000 pesos, right? So it depends on your rent. If your rent is really high, then usually there's a fixed amount for the contract. If your rent is lower than 10,000 pesos, sometimes they'll ask you for the same price, or sometimes you can always negotiate with them. I want to go find properties. So here we have San Ramon Norte, and this looks like a condominium and a townhouse, right? Yeah, it looks like a townhouse. Here, so Planta Baja, 80 square meters. The first level, the second level. Okay, how many bedrooms are here? Oh, there's a rooftop. Interesting. Garcia Lavin. All right. Let me s- let's see where this place is located. It's in the northeast of Merida, and yeah. So this is it. So this is where San Ramon Norte is, and this is a major road, Avenida Garcia Lavin. So this road as well, if you're gonna be taking the bus, just walk 1 block, and very easy to get to Centro and to come back home. Or you can always take an Uber. As long as you're inside the peripheral, Ubers are not hard to find, and they are, I'll say, relatively well priced, even though it can add up very quickly. So let's take a look at the pictures. This is a townhouse, so this is your section, and I believe it's a 1 or 2 garage space. We can check that in the description. And it has 3 levels, it looks like. And you have a tiny space at the back. This is the downside about many townhouses. They don't really have like a lot of outdoor space. They don't have a lot of outdoor space. And now we are going to the second floor, I believe. Okay, so now we're in the second floor. So this is one of the bedrooms. Yeah. Houses like this, they don't really have a lot of windows and they have walls everywhere. So it can get challenging keeping the place cool and refreshed. All right, that's the breaker unit. All right. Oh, okay. This is the rooftop area, I guess. Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, this is the rooftop area. Yeah, okay. So it's two-car garage space, two bathrooms, two bedrooms, and one half bathroom, probably on the main floor. And the building it's only 4 years old. All right, let's go find one or two more. I want to find one. Yeah, so this one it's another townhouse, 16,000 pesos. I want to find one. Yeah, so this is in Colonia Maya. It's very close to Atabrisa. Also, another great area. Another great area. First, let's look at it on the map, see where it's at. As you can see, it's well inside the peripheral, and this is the shopping mall right here. And this road, Avenida República de Korea, it's a major road with many buses, which means it shouldn't be difficult getting around, or you can always get an Uber to go to places. It's about 210 square meters. Wow. I think up and down. Two bathrooms. Oh, three bedrooms. Wow. Three bedrooms, two parking space, right? And half bathroom. So 2.5 bathroom. Wow. This is a really good deal. And actually, what's going on? Casa and rental price. So, all right. So I think they reduced the price because here it says 14,000 pesos, but here it's showing 13,500 pesos, meaning they've come down on the price. And yeah, so two car garage. You have a room for the washing machine, and you have air conditioning in all three bedrooms. And this is a house, and you get to live in a neighborhood, like in a typical neighborhood, which I love. This is the kitchen, many closet space with granite countertop. The walls might need a little bit of painting, and also the garden space, right? It needs some TLC. But once you move in, you can always repaint, fix this, fix that, furnish it, make it look absolutely beautiful, right? Absolutely beautiful. And yeah, so these places might look, in comparison to the other places we found for like 16,000 pesos, these places might look like, oh, what is that? Let's look at one final one because the sun is slowly setting. Slowly setting. So my desktop is changing in terms of the lighting. Temoso Norte, Colonia Maya, Los Pinos. Oh, 10,000 pesos. No, this is overpriced for this property. That's way overpriced, especially when you can see what you can get for 10,000 pesos, right? So, Gran Santa Fe, Atabrisa, Zitia, that's outside of Merida, but I want to go find a house. Montebello. All right, let's click on Montebello because we've already seen an apartment which was it 14,000 pesos? I can't remember in Montebello, and now we see a home, like a house here in the same neighborhood, Montebello. You can see here it has gas cooker and beautiful house. That's the terracita. That's your outdoor space. Beautiful. So for only 2,500 pesos, right? And by going like a few blocks away, you can get beautiful home. A beautiful home. Look at this. A beautiful home. Because the other one we saw in, let me show you, I believe it was in Colonia Maya, right? In Colonia Maya, it's not too far away from here. So we found a property here, right, for 14,000 pesos. But here it's 16,500 pesos. And this is a really beautiful neighborhood. I'm in Montebello. Colonia Maya, it's a little bit more local. This is a local but beautiful upscale neighborhood for just 2,500 pesos. Two bedroom, two bathroom, two car garage. And okay, townhouse, it says there's a swimming pool. Oh, okay, let's go see. Let's go check out all the pictures because we haven't even checked everything out yet. I love the attention to detail and the finishing. Okay, so this is wow, that's a very tiny swimming pool. Yeah, but it comes with the swimming pool. It doesn't look like there's a lot of outdoor area. It doesn't look, yeah, and the swimming pool is like right outside of the door. I don't know how safe that is, especially with kids. because like that's the door right there, and that's the swimming pool. All right. Okay. So this is all right. So I guess there is a little bit of an outdoor. No, actually no. Okay, because it's a townhouse. Okay. So this is your section of the townhouse. This is your section. All right, just so you can see how much things cost and what they look like, and that way you can sort of compare, am I getting a good deal? If I go to a different neighborhood which is a few blocks from me, prices will drop, or maybe it's the same price, or maybe it costs a little bit more, but the quality of what I'm getting is much better than this other place. It's shown here, Temoso Norte, they've reduced the price by 9%, right? Just so you can see what's out there. And here we have a house here for 10,000 pesos. Yeah, this house is just, it's no, that's overpriced. Like, what's going on? And okay, so this is in Las Americas. Nope. Las Americas, it's outside of Merida. All right. So that's it. Well, it's gotten dark. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it for this tutorial that I wanted to show you on how to use this website. I'm going to be creating another tutorial on a different website so you can just see the resources that are out there when it comes to looking for a place. What you can do is maybe just find like 3 to 5 places, contact a few realtors to see if those properties are still available and they can show you. And if you're going to be working with a realtor, mostly they have other properties around that same neighborhood, maybe around your budget, and they can take you around to quite a few places in one day or over the course of a few days. But at least you can see what's out there. Just in case the realtor might try to like they might try to like take advantage of you, rip you off, you can be like, no, like I saw this other apartment online, or I saw it in person, it costs this much and it looks way better than here. What's going on, right? So something to keep in mind, right? It's always good to know what's out there, what's available, what's out there for you. This house, this is a townhouse. It's in a privada. It's in a gated community, and they have the community pool right here. They have a space for kids to play at, and so many other things. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. How to find a property under $1,000 here in Merida, Yucatan. If you have more tips or any special experiences that you might have had finding a property abroad, just let us know in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.